I'm going to be doing something that no one's ever seen me do before. This series has never happened before, and you've never heard of anything called table reviews with this setup before. That's never happened. Today we're going to be talking about the first and so far only piece of official Normalsville merchandise, the Normalsville book. Correct me if I'm wrong in any of this, but it was first released back in April of this year, and it was for a Kickstarter. There was only like 30 of them made, which was pretty cool, and I didn't get the chance to get one because I wasn't in the fandom at the time. I was like, darn, I'm never going to be able to get my hands on this thing. And then it was released twice again after that, I think once in August, which was like right when I first got into the fandom, so once again I missed it. And then another time, like late October, early November, and I actually got the chance to get it. And that's why I'm talking about it, because I got it. I kept this bitch fresh for everyone. It's literally still in the plastic. Oh, it's ripping. We're gonna work on that later. After getting this thing, I realized something. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Truth be told, I thought it was gonna be like half this size, like a fourth the thickness. I don't really know why. It is 200 pages minimum, so it's going to be kind of a large book. Now, I'm not too big on reading. That's why this is a kind of rare occasion for me to actually get a book. The only real book I have to compare to this, besides the Wimpy Kid books you can see in the background, is the Book of Bill, which upon grabbing it, I realized is like twice the size of a Normalsville book, but what are you going to do about it? I mean, okay. It's bigger not only in like height, but also in width. It's just overall a bigger book. But of course, as we all know, it's not about the size of the book that matters. It's about how good the book is. While I'm talking, I'm actually going to go out of my way to open this thing up. So there's going to be a lot of stuttering and stuff like that, because I'm doing this all off the top of my head. I'm not actually too big a fan of books. When it comes to home media, I'm actually a more bigger fan of DVDs. I have a lot of DVDs, especially ones of Thomas the Tank Engine. Thomas the Tank Engine is a thing that I've been basically obsessed with every day since I was born. So it's been a while. My plant pot just fell over. Let me grab that real quick. Anyways, this is my first time handling the thing outside of the plastic wrap, and here it is. The book. The Bible, everyone. I'm gonna open to a page, see what we get. Oh my gosh. Oh, it won't do it again. Okay. Artie! This is what the first page looks like, by the way. Normalsville, 1 to 200. We got Herod and Zoe. Herod, jackass like always. Florence Chappelle. That's a pretty interesting last name. Cool thing about this is not only does it come with the comic, it comes with the date it was posted and a bunch of just random illustrations of the characters. I thought it was like the characters that are in the comic, but Ferris is in here and he's not in the first comic. Another thing is that it comes with these little descriptions right here, which is not just out of nowhere. If you look on the Comic Theory website where all the comics are posted, the images themselves do come with these little descriptions, so that's a neat little detail. Artie! Abby! I'm looking at the older comics. Why is Zoe's head shaped like a Brussels sprout? Am I crazy for saying that? What the hell? That bitch owes me 20 bucks! Guys, I'm sorry. The tripod I'm using is really short. I'm on an Artie comic, and I'm trying to do the Artie! But I can't because you can't even see him. Zola! I'm not even a lesbian. Goes hard, right? There's a little fun fact right here. This comic is the first to use the, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, font that the Normalsville uses to this day. I didn't realize it wasn't Calibri until I posted it. Is it? It really is a font change. What do you know? It's like the slightest bit different. Or maybe I'm just crazy. Quick little side note, dude. What is this guy doing? Look at this. When it comes to the arcs, they got the actual in color. That's pretty cool. It's a good thing we got at least one in color illustration of Zoe. This is probably the only thing stopping newcomers from thinking Zoe's a cat. Foreshadowing. Herod thinks I'm his friend now, eh? I'll show him we're still enemies. Hope you enjoy, idiot. Hey, statement of facts. I like it. Little IRL comic dub for my Artie fans, for my friends there. Little fun fact to the few of you who might be watching my TikTok account, I've been doing Abby comics for the last like 2 weeks now. Whenever I get to the end, I'm gonna post all of them in a giant collection like I do with the Artie comics. Holy shit! Holy fucking shit! That was the greatest movie I've ever seen! It was genuinely life-changing. I am not the same man I was before. I have been born anew. I have to make a banger letterbox review at this. It was pretty. What's with the outfit? I've got a date. You think you're ready for that? Of course! I've already moved on. I'm completely over June. Okay then. Looking at this, I just realized that June and Zola are wearing like the exact same outfit minus the top. They're wearing the exact same pants. I tried to look at the cover. The cover doesn't really help. Just imagine... Shop, okay? Speaking of back cover art, the cover art on this is pretty cool. Let me take a little look at this. Herod and Zoe are roommates. They graduated college years ago and they still haven't left Normalsville. Herod, he's unemployed. He spends most of his time getting high, playing video games, and planning elaborate schemes against his nemesis, Artie. Zoe works in a coffee shop. She spends most of her time ignoring her annoying coworker, not pursuing her artistic endeavors, and dealing with Herod. Despite it all, they have each other. Also, we have 4 repeating Ferris frames. Looks like he's a really slow zoetrope. That's pretty cool. Cool thing is that the fact that there's numbered 1 on this implies that there's going to be more of them in the future. In all reality, there's probably going to be a release for 200 to 400, which would be, not too far from now. And I feel like everyone can imagine this. It's going to be orange, and there's going to be Zoe on it, and the next one's probably going to be, like, brownish, and there's going to be Ferris on it, and so on and so forth until it reaches Artie, and then I'm going to buy that one, and I'm going to frame it. Something that I think is kind of unfortunate, not in real life, but for one character specifically, is Owen does not exist in this book at all, and he's, like, the only Normalsville character on the Comic Theory website to have his own character page who does not exist in this book at all. We have Christian Raccoon and whoever the hell this guy is, but we have no Owen because he specifically does not exist yet. Can we get a shameful buzz for Owen's lack of existence? Wait, back up. I take back everything I said. Peter doesn't exist in this book either. So what I'm hearing from this is that we're missing Owen and one of the greatest characters in all of Normalsville, but we have fucking Joe Holly Raccoon on the cover instead. Esme over here is with a bag of smiles, dude. Your jaw's gonna fall off if you keep stretching it like that. And controversially, we got, I don't even want to be on the cover. I don't like it here. This is perfect. We got Ferris with his little wife beater on, but next to his wife. And next to his wife. And next to his wife. Next to what I think is rather silly is the fact that on the cover it says by Freon Cat, and then on the first page, on the second page, thank you, it says by Florence Chappelle. I really hope I've been pronouncing Chappelle right this entire time and it's not actually like Chapel or something. Question is, what's the next cover gonna look like? Is it just gonna be everyone doing all the same poses again, except we're gonna have Peter and Owen just somewhere along this line? Oh wait, actually that would make a lot of sense. Squeeze Peter in right here and then Owen in right here. Quick little thing here, because of how little Zoe is seen in color, the first time I saw the cover page for this, I thought she was wearing gloves. I kind of forgot that's just what her hands look like. I also thought Artie was holding the thing with her. And then I realized he's not, because he's a jackass. Another thing about the Kickstarter books released in May is that they came with, like, hand-drawn illustrations by Florence. The rest of them don't do that, which is, a little bit of a shame, but it's not that serious. There were like 1,000 of these books made, so I do understand why. If I was Florence, I wouldn't want to sit there and, okay, Ferris, okay, done, okay, Ferris again, okay, done, okay, Ferris again. I think the book will go swell right here. Never mind. This concludes the hopefully first of many episodes of Asperitas Normalsville Table Review. Good morning, good evening, and good day.